Hi, this is Frank Purcell, your host of FlipThisMind.com, where you turn your knowledge into cash. It's the platform utilized by small business owners, entrepreneurs, opportunity seekers, whether you're a multi-level marketing distributor or you're in sales and marketing and you're hitting the grindstone every single day. This is the platform utilized by all of these individuals to showcase their products, their services, reach a market they would never otherwise be able to reach, while at the same time be able to find out and discover how you can get more clients in the next month than you did all of last year. Because what we agree with each other, without a constant flow of loyal, happy customers, we'll all go broke in our business. Well, for those of you who don't know me, let me give you a little bit background about myself, and I will tell you what we're going to cover today. We're here at the courthouse in Prince George's County, and what we're going to cover today, because some of you have asked and you want to see directly, it is difficult for a lot of people to get moving because they don't see what's happening. They're dealing with theory, and that was one of the issues that I had, dealing with theory versus seeing something and how it really is. But again, those who don't know me, let me say, my name is Frank Purcell. I grew up a small, skinny kid. I grew up in Washington, Southeast Washington, D.C. My parents moved out to Fort Washington, Maryland, so I grew up in Prince George's County and growing up as a child. A wife, 4 kids, loving family. But one of the issues, as I said, that I was dealing with in my business is that I've seen a lot of videos, or I studied a lot of courses, and they all dealt with theory. I could read it, I could internalize it, but it was only how I visualized it in my hand. I never physically saw how that was happening. And let me give you a good illustration of how this would work. And as I here at the courthouse, I was in that building. The only reason I'm not taking you inside is because the cameras are not allowed. So my coaching students I will take you hand by hand, take you by the hand and take you inside and walk with you step by step. But how this came about is because I was in the court building and I was doing some of my research, and as I was doing my research, a gentleman came up to me and he wanted to know what I was doing. So I kind of went over some of the paperwork I was doing, taking him step by step through it, and I asked him how long has he been investing. He was a real estate investor. He told me that he had just taken a course and now he really wanted to get his feet wet. I asked him how much the course was. The course was $10,000. $10,000 for a course. So you know what I said to him? My man, if you paid them $10,000, they need to come up here and write for you. Not only do they need to just point you in the right direction, they need to come up here and write for you. So he wanted me to take him under his wings. And for a while I did. What I did not understand was that I was decreasing my value to him. He still held them on a higher pedestal because he paid them cash money and he paid me nothing. So the information that I had to him in his mind was this much. That was a lesson that I learned. You need to learn that same lesson in your business. Make sure you know your value. As I always say, know your value. What I did because of that issue, I created a step-by-step journal. Now this is not a course. This is just a step-by-step journal that the only people whose eyes lay on this are my students that I take hand by hand. This is not for sale. I do not sell this. That's why this has so much value. I will not sell it. There's no dollar amount that I can put on this that I want people to pay for this, or I will allow people to pay for what I have here. The only people who are allowed to do that are those who have invested in my course, and I'm their mentor and I'm their coach. So you need to look at the same thing in your business. What are you valuing? How much value are you putting on yourself? Are you scared right now because you have not seen something, directly, which I'm going to share with you today? So make sure you stay tuned because I'm going to show to you live, and I want to make sure that you get this. What is it that's holding you back in your business? If you take these steps that I diagram, if you take these steps and you implement it in your business, you will be able to take your business straight, skyrocket it to where you have never seen before. But it all starts with, as we're going back to this, making sure you have a constant flow of happy, loyal customers, repeat customers coming to your business. And you need to find out in the next 30 days, how to get more customers in the next 30 days than you did all the last week. So if this information has been helpful to you, you want to know more, just put your name in the box below, www.flipthismind.com. Go to the link below, www.flipthismind.com. You'll get more interactive videos so you can see firsthand how you can implement these into your business. No theory, real life. This is real life application, so you can use this in your everyday life and in your everyday business. If you're not doing the same business as myself, that's fine. You can still use the same principles in your business, in your everyday life, which is all we're looking for. So make sure you click the link below, go to the link, get your free report, how to get more clients in the next month than you did all of last year, so you can increase your income and take your business to another level. Once again, I'm signing off for this time. I'm your host of FlipThisMind.com. I'm your host, Frank Purcell. Remember, you change your perspective, you change your life. You change your perspective, you change your life. You change your perspective, you change your life. Hi, Frank Purcell, your host, Flip This Mind. I'm back once again. Wanted to show you live. There's really not a lot of people who come to the auction now, but I do want to give you hands-on so you can see what was happening. There are just a few people who were here today for the auction, and typically that's because of the values are going up and the banks are taking the houses back. So, just to give you a feel, this would be basically the auctioneer. The auctioneer would stand there and they would read off the roll. What is it called? Is it called the roll?
Well, I'm not actually the auctioneer. I work for the bank. I'm a third party just to give the opening bid.
Okay.
On behalf of the bank for the auctioneer.
Okay.
So our auctioneer is actually, he should be showing up here any minute now. But we just, both of our sales got canceled today. The one was canceled earlier this morning, and we just had a guy file for bankruptcy, which we just got the call. A lot of times that'll happen right before the sale goes down. The person who named the house is in will file for bankruptcy to try to keep the house that way, to keep the property.
Okay. So that's what we learned today. You know, a lot of the sales are not taking places because of filing bankruptcy. But when the auction does happen, this is where it happens. This is where it goes down. So hopefully we can come and we can see another one live. But once again, if you want more information, click the link, flipthismind.com, flipthismind.com, flipthismind.com. Go to the link, become a member, and I'll see you on the other side.